Howdy do, guys. The January 6th hearings are going on right now, and I have been listening to them as I've been cleaning house and, trying to get some stuff done. Sacrificing a goat to the elder gods apparently worked last night, because for the first time in 2 weeks, my kids actually let me sleep past 2 a.m. They let me sleep until 7, which was, I'll take it. I'll take it. Anyway, so I'm taking a break from listening to the hearings because I was, kind of idly looking at my DMs as I was listening. And I don't check my DMs as often as I should because, as you might expect, I get a lot of crap on there. I get a lot of rude, sexualized comments. I get, obviously, people calling me ugly slut, etc., standard internet bullshit. I also get a lot of spam from alleged brand ambassadors, but like you click on their account and it's got like 2 followers. I'm like, you're not a real account. Anyway, yeah. So I was checking the DMs and like 5 to 10, which in this kind of thing is actually kind of a small number, but it only happened a couple days ago. 5 to 10 of you linked me to various articles talking about this recent post by Florence Pugh. I don't know if I'm saying that right. She's an actress who has been getting in a lot more movies lately. She was the main star of Midsummer, which is a really interesting movie, except I have to watch the whole movie like this, even though I am very interested in the plot and I love the reversal of like, the bad guys are all like, they look like flower children, but they're actually like, horrible. Anyway, and she also played the sister in Black Widow, and she just has a really husky voice, and I think she's a good actor too. I don't know, like she's a little woman, and she's supposed to be like 14, and I'm like, she looks 20. Like, we know that happens a lot with actors where, they'll cast someone that's like way too old for the role. I just feel like that was a weird casting choice. Like they could have made her Joe or something like that, but yeah, actually, she seems older than Saoirse Ronan. Is that her name? The one that they did pick as Joe. Anyway, tangent. So Florence Pugh went to a fashion show recently, and she wore this outfit that is sort of like semi see-through. I think it's tulle. I don't know, is that what it is? I don't know. I don't know fashion, but anyway, it's like a semi see-through material. And the top half was more see-through than the bottom. The bottom was like several layers, like a tutu, so you couldn't really see anything on the bottom. But the top one, you could see her breasts. You could see her nipples, and you could see her breasts. And not only did she wear this outfit, but, she posted it to Instagram. As far as I know, her post hasn't gotten taken down from Instagram yet. I could be wrong, because the thing that happens is every now and then, a female celebrity or female-bodied celebrity, by which I mean Instagram, etc., looks at their body and says, "Oh, you're female, therefore you deserve this rights." Rebel Wilson did one. Miley Cyrus, from what I remember, she wore pasties on a night on a like Colbert or something like that. Jimmy Kimmel, I don't remember what it was, and she talked about a little bit about free the nipple or whatever. But yeah, Florence Pugh put this thing up of this wearing this outfit, or someone took a picture of her, put it, I don't know, whatever. And she clapped back, as the tabloids like to say, at these, of course, all these sexualized comments she got or whatever, saying, I'm recording on my phone, so I can't like look at it at the same time as I'm recording, but basically she was like, why do women always get all these fucking bullshit comments? And then in the replies to that post, there were all these other female celebrities that were like, hell yeah, free the nipple or whatever. And obviously I like it, I appreciate it when people with large platforms point out the absurdity of topless inequality. I mean, for something like a fashion show, if a male celebrity had worn an outfit with his chest showing, like people would be like, oh, that's cool. That's kind of funny. Like, I mean, I could easily see, like Billy Porter or something like that, wearing an outfit like that. But they wouldn't be like overwhelmed with comments of like, oh, you whore, blah, blah, blah. There was a weird thing with Madonna where there was like an NFT video of her like naked, and it's CGI, but it was like supposed to be her CGI giving birth to a tree, some weird shit like that. Or Britney Spears, you know, Britney Spears, since she got emancipated from her psycho father, she's been posting a lot of risque photos to Instagram and stuff that I would never get away with if I posted, because even when I, you know, only show my shoulders up, I still get posts banned because of my hater army and how easily algorithms are exploited to get someone who isn't famous like me deplatformed. But anyway, and so she's been getting all these like, you know, insane fucking gross ass comments. Of course, the old, you know, you must have no self-respect to be able, you know, to be posting stuff like this. You're just looking for attention, and it's just like, I don't even want to get into it. But yeah, like I obviously, like I appreciate it. Hilton, no, fucking whatever. You stay at Hilton one time and then they're like, you want a 2-night stay in this place that you had absolutely no interest in visiting? No. Anyway, and they won't pay for flights either. They'll only give you the hotel, and it's like the flight is more expensive. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. So yeah. I just kind of I wanted to acknowledge that I saw it. It's just frustrating though, because, or like the Fort Collins thing where there was a ruling, from what I remember, they said you can't be prejudiced against topless women if you're not prejudiced against men, but then it got repealed by fucking Republicans, if I remember that correctly. Or of course the woman in Utah who took off part of her dirty drywall clothing to change in front of her like 12 and 14-year-old stepkids, and then like months later the stepmom was like, oh, indecent exposure, and she like got fined or something like that, you know, all these crazy stupid things. I personally, or the Adidas ad that if you didn't know, they posted an ad on Twitter, and then they got a billboard in the UK that shows all these chests. They didn't include faces, which, as I've said before, makes sense to me, because if they did show the faces, these women would be exiled in their lives like forever. They would have so many people that were like, I can't believe you did this ad. But then the board got taken down in the UK, even in the UK, where it's supposedly a lot less, you know, misogynistic, or at least topless wise, less misogynistic. And as for the post on Twitter, they took down the uncensored Twitter version of the post, and they put up a censored one, which it's like, what? I don't really understand the thinking there. Anyway, the thing that's really frustrating about, you know, every time something like this happens is that it's happened, you know, over the years, maybe once a year, maybe less. A celebrity will post a vaguely topless picture. Something like, you know, Adidas was actually like the most exciting thing so far, because the only way we're ever going to change topless equality is if we convince the corporations that, just like, you know, Pride Month and Black Lives Matter and stuff, it's more financially beneficial for them to support the right side of history. Until we do that, nothing is actually going to change. So Adidas putting this ad out is the most concrete sign of progress in that regard, except that, again, they took it down. So was it really progress? But back to Florence Pugh. There definitely is a shift, especially, you know, since Me Too, but even more recently, of female celebrities, again, clapping back at sexist comments. Again, Britney Spears had some things that she said. I should do a proper video where I like actually like have the quotes in front of me and everything like that, so I can read them and everything. But it's been hard to do like higher quality new videos, because Link is home from school for 2 months, and it's really hard for me to get anything recorded without him just constantly interrupting me. Forget about editing. Anyway, or there was a fat actress, because from my understanding, fat is the least offensive way of putting it now. Depends on who you talk to. A fat female star, one of the ones from Bridgerton, I can't remember her name, but she was like, her thing was just like, please keep comments about your body to yourself. And somehow that made waves, that, you know, a female celebrity dare say, you know, like, don't be gross to me, maybe, please. The question is it performative? that is always going to be a question with, you know, especially people with a big platform doing stuff like this. Again, going back to capitalism, are they saying these things because it's becoming more financially incentivized to do that? I don't think it really matters either way. First of all, even if there is a corporate, you know, brand awareness, like freaking Victoria's Secret starting to include slightly fat models and stuff like that, while the motive might be profit based, it's still going to push at least the conversation into people's awareness. I recently went to VidCon, if you are new to the channel, I guess, and didn't hear it. And this was the year that I decided not to be so shy and, you know, nervous about introducing Topless Topics. I just straight up told people I'm a, you know, well, especially because like LGBTQ and everything, activism has, again, become more brand friendly lately. Not my stuff so much. For some reason, wanting the same topless rights as men is still considered like too risque. I don't know. But you know, I would just say that to people, like, this is the kind of content I do. And sorry, allergies. Okay. I don't edit these vlogs at all, because if I did, then I would probably never get them out, because again, it takes time to do stuff like that. Anyway, and basically every single person that I told about my content, male or female, or non-binary, or, you know, whatever, was like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, it doesn't make any sense to, you know, have different censorship laws depending on what gender you look like. So when people think about it, I think most people, especially like younger people, you know, elder millennials like me and younger, realize it doesn't make any sense. But the problem with topless inequality is that it's been just universally accepted for so long. You know, beginning with men getting the right to go topless in the 1930s with their Coney Island protest or whatever. It's just been so accepted that, yeah, obviously people with female looking bodies, like, it's porn. They go without a shirt. Don't, you know, men, it's fine, women. But like, again, when people actually think about it, it doesn't make any sense. But it's just people, fucking nose. I hate my nose so much. People just don't think about it. They don't question it. Same, you know, not that it is anywhere near the same importance, but you look at, you know, stuff that we realize now, or that people that are consciously, you know, socially conscious realize, there are so many things that were blatantly racist, you know, even 50 years ago, that nowadays we're like, how did no one notice how racist that was? And of course, there's still plenty of places in the US that still do stuff like that and don't, you know, oh, we had a black president, there's no racism. But that's the thing about, you know, progress and things like that, is that there's always going to be stuff that people just didn't think of as problematic or worse at the time. I just noticed a pile of ants. Fucking ants everywhere. Anyway, so yeah, to conclude, it's awesome that Florence Pugh did this. All the conversation we can get about this, I think, is for the better. I think it makes more people realize that it's fucking bullshit. I don't think we're going to make solid progress until we get a lot of people to talk about it all the time. Then all of a sudden, you know, corporations will be like, oh, okay, now it's more profitable if we don't support, you know, censorship for, you know, only female looking bodies. So it's hard for me to get too excited about things like Florence Pugh's. We have to really change the social consciousness of something before we can ever hope for corporate acceptance or legislation, which is always like 10 years behind what the social consciousness, or more, you know, like, look at all the BLM protests, and yet every time a bill to actually take any effect on police brutality comes up, it pretty much always gets nixed. So, you know, it's like social media activism where lots of people are talking about it, but there's no actual concrete improvement. And yet people are like, I tweeted about it, I helped. Yeah, fucking Supreme Court. Yeah, oof, there's so much. Yeah, so I'm happy about it. I just don't think it's that big of a deal, but at the same time, you know, the more people, especially with the bigger platform they have, talking about topless inequality, the better. Um, like I said, it's been difficult to do new content because of Link being home, because the weather's been, all of a sudden it stopped raining all the time and now it's hot. And just, you know, Aiden waking me up at 2 in the morning makes it really hard to be productive that day. But I exchanged info with a lot of people at VidCon. Unfortunately, most of the people I talked to weren't creators. Most of them were like brand reps and stuff. But you know, if nothing else, I worked on not being so like I'm a free the nipple activist. I'm just like, yeah, like censorship of one gender but not another is fucking stupid. Anyway, and so, you know, on the days when I actually have energy and it's not too hot and Link is not being too annoying, I'm trying to get through my list of talking to these people that I you know, started a conversation with. I also want to redo my website with my friend. It's been hard because she's been busy with other clients, but basically when I started my Topless Topics website, it was with this other guy who ran his own nudist website, and like I still don't really know what I'm doing as far as web development goes or whatever, but the theme that he installed is just, it's awkward and not good to use. So my friend and I are gonna basically wipe the site and redo it with a different theme. Hopefully I don't have to remake every page. I don't know. We're gonna figure that out. But yeah, once I get my website to look a little less terrible, I'm really gonna pull out all the stops, contacting even bigger, you know, bigger channels. Like I talked a little bit to Cat Black, and I talked a little bit to Philosophy Tube while I was at VidCon, and both of them seemed amenable to at least talking about me doing a video with them. Philosophy Tube was the most awesome. She was like, for a YouTube video, I probably won't charge anything. I was like, but I really want to get my ducks in a row before I start approaching famous people. One, because I don't want to waste their time, and two, because, you know, I don't want to incur the wrath of their following if I fuck up. I just wish my technology would reliably work. Somehow I seem to have issues every single time I record a video with anybody, no matter what I do. But yeah. So, rock on, Florence Pugh. Thank you for your service, Rebel Wilson and Miley Cyrus. Don't let the haters get you down. Britney Spears. Madonna doesn't give a shit. She's been around so long. Like, her whole thing is like, oh, sexual. I mean, it's fine. Whatever. I don't begrudge her that, you know. As was said a long time ago in my interview with Eden Blair, the porn actress, like, people are gonna, you know, sexualize me anyway. I might as well make a profit off of it. Such a complicated issue that I'm not going to go into in this already overlong vlog. But yeah, and if you're new to my channel, you probably haven't watched this far, because you're gonna be like, oh my god, it says topless but she's not topless. Yeah, it's because YouTube fucking bans me all the time. Go to toplesstopics.org/banned if you want to see hundreds of screenshots, literally hundreds of screenshots of every time I've been banned, or not every time, there's plenty of screenshots I haven't put up yet, but hundreds of times I've been banned on every platform you've heard of and some you haven't. Yeah. I'm so persecuted. All right. Anyway, yeah. Gonna go back to watching the hearings, cleaning house, and maybe make some progress finally on getting some of the videos I already shot edited and uploaded to Trom for nobody to watch, because nobody knows what Trom is, and trying to get my existing followers to go to my other accounts makes hurting cats look easy. I gotta tap into that 14-year-old girl K-pop, you know, the ones that like drove that registered all the spots at a Trump rally so that nobody actually showed. I gotta figure out how to tap into that enthusiasm. Then Topless Topics will grow. And yeah, if you are, or you know of any creators or professionals or activists or whatever who would let me film an interview with you, talking about, you know, what's important to you, what are your thoughts on topless equality or whatever, you can see a bunch of other interviews I've done at toplesstopics.org/interviews. I also encourage you to follow me on social media. I have to be ridiculously careful what I post on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, because I get banned to a degree that nobody else does. I've had videos and pictures where literally there's nothing showing except for my shoulders and face get banned as showing nudity, and like fully clothed videos banned as showing nudity, because all it takes is my haters to false report my videos. And I'm always operating under the threat of having like my entire YouTube deleted and everything like that, because again, I can't get famous if I keep getting banned, and because I keep getting banned, like I'm on all these shit lists, so I have no protection when I okay, all right, I'm gonna go. See you in the next video. I don't know. Bye.